Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a small haul to share with you guys. These are items I grabbed from Walmart. I think the total was about $120, $121, something like that. For this week I'm going to be making chicken enchiladas. I'm going to be making spaghetti with meatballs, salad with pesto dressing, oriental chicken with rice, and probably French toast. So that's all I pretty much have on our menu for this week. Some of the items I already have in the freezer, in the fridge, in the pantry, but I'm just going to share what I picked up on this particular order. So starting off, I have 6 of these Great Value spring waters. Now we use these for our ice maker, drinking water, and Salem's water. So we go through quite a few of these. We already have 2 on hand. I also went ahead and picked up this Great Value white sandwich bread. This is the cheapest bread that I have found at Walmart. Now it's not the best. I love the Texas Mrs. Bard's, but right now we are on a budget, so I'm trying to cut cost wherever I possibly can. This is just going to be for sandwiches and maybe toast in the morning, and also our French toast for one of our dinners. I also picked up the Great Value pre-sliced plain bagels. These are going to be for breakfast as well. I may make like egg sandwiches, or we could just have it with cream cheese. Then I went ahead and picked up the lemon pepper already cooked rotisserie chicken. Now this I'm going to be making the enchiladas with. To go with that, I went ahead and picked up the Green Value diced green chilies, and then I picked up the large can of the red enchilada sauce and the smaller can. So this is all going to be for our enchiladas. Now that I'm thinking about it, I forgot to buy tortillas, so I may have to take a trip to Walmart. I also went ahead and picked up 2 of those smaller chunk light tuna in water. This is the Great Value brand. One of them will be for my kids and one of them for my husband. I picked up the Great Value light mayo. This is what my husband likes to use, so I grabbed that for him. I went ahead and grabbed the On the Border Mexican Grill and Cantina tortilla chips. This is the larger bag, and this will just be for, you know, snacking on or lunches. I also went ahead and picked up this large family size, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. The kids really like to eat cereal in the morning as well, or they can have it as a snack or lunch or something, whatever they want to do. I'm not too picky about stuff like that. Then I went ahead and grabbed the Great Value corn flakes. I should have picked up 2 of these. I don't know if I made a mistake or Walmart, so I'll have to check on that. But I did get just this. This big box is only like $2 and something, so it's a great buy. This is the chicken that we're gonna have for one of our dinners. It is so good, you guys. It's the General Tao's chicken. It's like a spicy chicken, but I usually cook this in our air fryer, and it's really good. These, I picked up 3 of these, and these are for me. These are what I'll probably eat for lunch. They're the Snaps appetizers, cream cheese pepper bites. These only come with, don't mind my ice maker, it's very loud. I think these only come with like 6 or 8 of them. They are not the best, but they are decently priced. I think they were like $1.25 or so. So it's a cheap snack or lunch. I eat them for lunch. And then I went ahead and picked up the Brown and Serve original cooked sausage patties. I like to make breakfast sandwiches for the kids with these, so I grabbed that. I picked up the Genio 85% lean, 15% fat ground turkey. This is for Salem's food, so he'll be getting that. Then I picked up the Genio 93% lean, 7% fat ground turkey for my husband. I went ahead and got 2 of these. We usually get the packaged ones, but these are a greater deal. They're a better deal. So I went ahead and grabbed that. And I usually would get Salem like 3 of these small ones, but this large one saved money, so I grabbed that. Then I went ahead and got these Great Value pineapple chunks. These are frozen. These you could put in smoothies or whatever, but my husband snacks on those. I also picked up 4 of the Great Value green beans, and these are going to be for Salem's food as well. And I also grabbed the Great Value Zucchini Blend, green and yellow zucchini. These are the steamables, and these are for my husband. For the kids, for lunch or dinner, I'm not quite sure how we're gonna do dinners this week. I have a menu, but it's only, I think, 4 days worth of food, so we kind of will just mix and match stuff. But I went ahead and picked up the Great Value Pepperoni Pizza Snack Rolls. These are really priced great. Now, I mentioned I was going to be doing spaghetti, and I don't see any of my spaghetti stuff in this haul, but I have a bag of the Great Value brand meatballs that I've had that I'm going to use, and I already have some spaghetti sauce on hand and pasta. But with that spaghetti meal, I'm going to be just serving salad, and we are going to make our pesto dressing. And to make the pesto dressing, we use the Parmesan cheese. So I picked up this one to be grated, and we also use this buttermilk. I just got is this the larger one? I think this is the larger one. I think this larger one will make 2 different separate batches of the dressing. My kids also love to add this to their spaghetti, pretty much anything. They love Parmesan cheese. So that's what I got this for. I also picked up the mushrooms to add to the spaghetti sauce. And this one zucchini I'll slice up and chop up really small and put it in the sauce. I picked up the Market Side mini cucumbers. These are so good, you guys. We make like an Asian cucumber salad. It's delicious and very refreshing. So we grabbed that. I also picked up just this head of romaine lettuce. This is just going to be used for sandwiches, or I don't know, we always seem to need lettuce, so I grabbed an extra lettuce. I could even chop this up and add it to this just to bulk up the salad. Then I went ahead and grabbed the Great Value Garden Vegetable Cream Cheese. This is going to be for our bagels. I picked up the organic tofu, extra firm. This could be a breakfast for my husband. He'll make this with his potatoes or hash browns, and he'll eat that. I also went ahead and grabbed this mozzarella cheese. This is going to be for, what is this going to be for? I don't know why I have this, but I have it. So I grabbed that. We'll put it in, we could even eat sandwiches. We could put this on crackers, something like that. I grabbed the 1 pound Great Value mild cheddar cheese. This is just the block, so we can have, this is going to be going into our enchiladas, but we'll have some leftover to have on our sandwiches and stuff like that. Then I picked up this Chobani 0 sugar Greek yogurt, vanilla flavored. Now this is the lactose free, and this is going to be for my husband because he can't have any dairy. So he is eating this now. He's on a low FODMAP diet, so he found this and he really likes this one. So we got that. Then my daughter really likes the Chobani Flip with the peanut butter cup. So I just got her the 4-pack. She'll have that as a snack daily. I got a 12-pack of eggs, a large vanilla almond milk, and then a pack of the strawberries, a large one, because we'll just snack on those as well. But that's basically all I have for this week's haul. All right, you guys, so for tonight, I am going to be making a chicken enchilada casserole. So when I was at my sister's, we just kind of threw this together. So you can definitely substitute different things. Like for instance, I just picked up the Walmart rotisserie chicken. This is the lemon pepper flavored. You can always buy, you know, your own whole chicken and cook it, chicken breast, thighs, however you guys want to do it. But I always find that it's super easy and it's way cheaper because this was $5. And then I just went ahead and grabbed a sour cream for our topping. Now you can definitely get green onions, you can get avocado, you could add salsa, pico de gallo, whatever you want. But we just have the sour cream, I didn't buy any extras. Then you're gonna need some sort of cheese. For this, we're gonna use the mild cheddar cheese and some Monterey Jack that I already had on hand. I do have some cheddar that's already open, so I'll probably use that. And you can definitely put as much cheese as you want. I have a jarred or canned container of pinto beans that my mom made for me. So I'm just gonna use this. You can use 1 to 2 cans just depending on how many beans you want in there, and you can definitely use any type of beans you want. I think my sister and I used black beans, but I don't have any. I have 1 small black bean, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Then I'm going to be using corn tortillas. I already have one that's open, so I'm going to use this first. I think that's all I'm going to need actually. But you can use flour if you want, but we really like the corn because we find that it doesn't get as soggy as the flour tortillas. Then I went ahead and picked up some red enchilada sauce. Now I grabbed a large one and a small one. I'm going to start with the large one, and just in case I need more, I grabbed this one. And then I also went ahead and grabbed these diced green chilies. They're fire roasted and peeled. These are delicious to add to the chicken. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start putting this together. I need to shred some cheese, shred the chicken, and that's basically it. I'll have the jars opened and everything when we come back, and then we'll start building the casserole together. So I did want to mention that this meal here will feed us 2 different dinners. So it's actually a really great dinner if you're watching your budget. The only thing that we're lacking is vegetables. So I'll make sure that we get vegetables elsewhere. Now I'm not going to put a ton of cheese. I don't think. This will probably be about a half a block of cheese. Now this is the bigger size cheese. I think it's like a 16 ounce. So you can always buy shredded cheese already if you like the shredded cheese. I love the way these smell. So good. Now we normally don't like the skin, so I'm gonna throw the skin away. Do you guys hear the wind outside? We're supposed to be having some sort of storm, so we'll see. I'm gonna pull the chicken apart first and then I'll shred it all. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just add the chicken and I'm gonna add the chilies to it. I could have just used this bowl. I don't know why I did not, you guys. I don't even know. And I'm just gonna mix this all up. That's probably good enough. Now, I just have my stoneware. You can use a regular Pyrex, but we're gonna start by just pouring some of this into the bottom. I'm just gonna lay these out and then pour some on the top. I'm gonna overlap it a little bit. And so I'm super crazy when it comes to certain things, so like I'm just gonna get it in between there just in case. Do the other side, and we're just gonna layer it up. Just gonna use my little jar opener that I got through Amazon, and hopefully it works well, and it does. I'm just smell checking this just to make sure it was okay. And so we are going to use, I'll just use my fork here. I'm just gonna spread a layer of the beans on top. I mean, honestly, you guys could do it however thick you want it. You know, just do it however you guys like it. And then I'm going to do the chicken. There's that. And then we are going to do the cheese. Maybe I will dip this. I'm getting creative here, and I don't care if my hands get dirty. So don't judge me. Now we're going to do another layer of the beans. Then we're just going to spread the chicken out. Now I don't know if I said that the chicken that we got is the lemon pepper, but you can definitely get like the traditional. But when I was with my sister, we did the lemon pepper and it was really good. So then we're gonna add some more cheese. Not a lot to this layer because I'm gonna add some to the top as well. And I don't want a ton of cheese. And I forgot, but usually I drizzle a little bit of the sauce over the top, and I didn't do that with the last layer. So I'm gonna do that with this layer. I completely forgot. So now we're just gonna do more of the tortillas. And then we'll put the last bit of cheese on the top. And there's the enchilada casserole. We're just going to put some foil on the top. We're gonna cook it for 30 minutes and then we'll check it. And if it looks good, we'll just take the foil off and cook it an additional 15 minutes. I went ahead and pulled out some chips so that we can eat this with the enchiladas. And then I have the sour cream out. And I also have this hot sauce. I'm gonna let it sit for 5 minutes because it's just gonna fall apart. So I'm gonna let it sit for a minute and then I'll serve. Ooh. I'm gonna need a bigger spatula. That's for sure. For sure, for sure. All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be safe, be blessed, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.